It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, here we go. Go ahead, hey. Here we go, here we go. Go to 54, go to 54. Go ahead, hey. Alert flare, alert 26.
Prescott on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Check, 59, 59. Gun. Hey, kill.
Throwing, Prescott. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Kill. 47. Hey, kill. 26.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he connects with Ebron. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and rip off a pretty big play. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You got tight right there. Here we go. Go to 54. Why? 26.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. He's got Smith here. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Check.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He's got a man open. That's Marshall. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Hey, here we go. Wide, ain't it? Down to lose 1. Check! Watch the ship. Hey. We're going to 53. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check! 47. Check! He's 26.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Check 43. Hey, kill. Here we go, 47. Delta. 26.
Second down and goal. Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Three bud. Under. Here we go, 46. And we heavy on the edges. Who's it? 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. Got 26.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
Boswell's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Run. Hey, check right. Watch it, 5. Go.
From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd.
It's going to be a long day. Echo. 55, Mike, guys, 55.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Mike, 55.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where, in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Mike is 59. Mike's at 59. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Watch that. We're going to 50.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Nyheim Hines, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their
own 23-yard line.
Got it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. They can't hang with one.
On 3rd down, Jackson slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Quick the edge. Let's go. Drive on. Hayward.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
I got you. Yup. Motion. Mike's 5-4. Pick it up.
Throwing again. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
To throw on 3rd down. Jackson. He finds McLaurin. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Just like that.
When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. Johnson's got it complete.
Lockdown, baby. You ain't got the key to this one.
33 yards that time. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Short. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Check pass.
54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, watch 54.
To throw is Jackson. He finds Taylor, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9. Jackson flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews.
Let's go.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm coming.
Here's Taylor, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Off. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Come on, D. Mike 55.
From the gun, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Through an opening, and there he goes. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know the drill, and otherwise, just don't do it.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, kill. 47.
Check 59, Mike is 59.
Prescott to throw it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers, they brought their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
On second down, Samuels. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Here we go. Strip the ball. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Here we go. Shift.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
We got this.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 3 yards out. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now. Really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Zoom. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Now Jackson from the gun. He'll throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Mike 5-4.
From the 38, Jackson flushed out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They stay on the ground again. It's Hines. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Hatchet. Here we go, 46. 26.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch the run. Check.
That's run forward with Fournette. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try to put points on the board.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back to you.
Jackson now, operating from the gun. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Mike 5-4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here we go. Go to 54. Wide 80.
On 2nd down now, Samuels, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Here's Hines. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Eluding the pressure right. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing is Jackson. Buying time to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's get that ball.
Check 23.
Staying on the ground with Samuels. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Yeah, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Yeah.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. We own them. We own them.
Here's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Steelers 52, Ravens 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here we go. Go right in. Double tight. 4 down. Check.
And they will take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to...